You look like professionals. It's the Olympics. So where are we?
Bristol Mountain.
All right.
Located in the heart of the Finger Lakes.
Okay, and in what specific location in the Finger Lakes area?
We're in Canandaigua, New York.
Okay, all right. And Bristol, tell us a little bit about it. What's happening here?
Well, Bristol's been around since 1964. It's been owned by two different families. It's currently owned by the Fuller family, and it's a wonderful mountain. In the wintertime, we have 34 trails, 2 terrain parks. We have 6 lifts, 2 of which are high-speed quad lifts, and we have a wonderful Nordic facility with 3 kilometers of cross-country skiing and snowshoeing.
Aha. What are these guys doing over here?
Well, these guys are with us for a while. They're building our new aerial adventure park. So this is the team from Tremendous, and so they're actually in the woods building zip lines and rope courses, and will open this spring.
Aha. So how do you go about doing that?
Basically, what we do is come out initially and find the proper location for a course to be placed. After we do that, we do our initial design process, which we do is we go through and select the trees that are going to be best for our platform structures. And after that, we'll come out, and as you can see out there now, we're installing our platforms, which is the first phase. We do that off of either a series of ladders, or primarily we use climbing rope and climbing gear. After that phase, we come into what we call our cable installation. That's when you start seeing the elements and all the zip lines and things like that going up, and the park will then start coming together.
Now, this zip lines, and this has become quite a popular sports activity, let's call it.
Absolutely. It started off several years back when the zip line phenomena finally hit the United States. In Europe right now, there are hundreds, well, thousands of adventure parks throughout France and Germany and Italy. It's a big phenomenon, and that kind of is just starting to kick up here.
You think Tarzan had something to do with this?
I think Tarzan had a lot to do with it. We even have a few of our elements named after Tarzan. A couple of Tarzan swings and such.
You guys, a lot of respect. All righty. Okay, so, and we're going to go snowshoeing.
We are going to go do a little snowshoeing today. So it's a beautiful day, what we call bluebird skies here in the Finger Lakes.
Bluebird skies.
Bluebird skies. So looking forward to getting out and doing some snowshoeing.
Okay, I never snowshoed. And I can hardly say the word, obviously, and even though I came from the shoe business. No. So I'm looking forward to this. All right, here we go. Thanks.
Fun. You're going to you're just going to step in. I'm going to buckle this behind your boot. So let's see if we can get you.
Step in.
Yep, you want to scoot all the way to the front there. You want your heel to be loose because you're going to walk in a motion where your heel needs to lift up. So.
We found the starting point.
You know, just like tying your shoes, you gotta.
It's similar.
Tie them properly.
Yeah.
And it's always good to tie your shoes with some strength to them.
Should be all right. All right, let's try the other one.
Oh, look at this. So this
now,
is.
so you should
this
be
is an
able
adjustment.
to.
All right, I'm getting.
Yeah, the biggest. Yeah, see how you can pull your heel up, step up again. Yeah, that's good. And so it's actually very good exercise. What's going to happen, you want to make sure you have a wide stance because they are wider shoes. So you want to just not trip on them. So
and does it matter what kind of shoes you...
No, you can do anything. You know, typically like you've got on, a nice boot is best. You want your feet to be warm.
Okay.
So, and then you don't want to come out of the toe in, so you want to make sure the toe's tight enough so you don't flop out of that. That looks good.
Sure, thank you for helping me here, putting them on. Red Feather. This has become more popular too, right? I mean...
oh, absolutely. The nice thing about snowshoeing, anyone can snowshoe. Honestly, if you can walk, you can snowshoe. And as I mentioned, it is very good exercise.
Now, you told me there's some snowshoers that are going to go up that mountain that we're going to take a picture of. Like, you're going to tell me snowshoe. All right, so let me...
just walk. So there's a crypon on the bottom.
Crypon?
Yep. So this is on the bottom. This is what's going to grip the snow. And so when you walk, you just want to keep your stance wide so the snowshoes don't touch. Just simple walking. Oh, they should be stuck in carpet. So we'll take them off and put them out on the snow. We'll get you out there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop recording just in case I fall down and I don't want to, have that in there. Even though It seems like that is what sells, you know, like somebody falling down trying to try on these things. Am I supposed to do something?
Yep.
It's hard for me to do two things at once.
There you go. Pull that toe out.
You know, you get old, you can't multitask, you know.
There you go.
I can pull it out here.
Yep. There you go.
All right, a little safety factor here.
Yep.
It's always good to be safe.
That's the
All right, let's go outside. All right, now we're outside. So this is the top of the... Okay, we're on here. No left or right. Put your feet in. All right, I'm gonna try.
Let me get you on first here. Let me get you on back on.
Wow, this is luxury.
It's all right.
So the whole thing usually with these kinds of things is getting the gear on. Once you get the gear on, you're okay. And like with skiing, you know, you pray your gear doesn't fall off. Oh, look at that sky. It is gorgeous. Rocket Run. Galaxy Lift.
Galaxy Trail. This is Comet Lift. Comet Express. All right.
Thanks, Drew.
No problem.
For a Texan, unbelievable. What were you saying? You had that hut in the back there that was like lead. You could run it off an iPhone almost?
The aerial park will have there would be very little need for power except to run a cash register. Everything's going to be all natural.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'll turn the camera off and give it a try. I am new with this camera and I can't see. I should put my other glasses on. Okay, where are we now? Let's start again.
Top of the summit at Bristol Mountain. We're looking at where the soon-to-be Bristol Mountain Aerial Adventure Park will be. And this will be a aerial adventure course comprised of 7 courses. The first course is a children's course for ages 4 to 7. And then from that, we'll have courses that are beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels.
Okay, and so this is the top of Bristol Mountain?
Yes.
And I think you said something about the top of Bristol Mountain is high.
Yes, this mountain is 2,200 foot elevation. The vertical footage is 1,200. We have up on this top area where we are right now, we have 3 kilometers of Nordic terrain. And on this mountain, we have 37 trails, as well as 2 terrain parks, and we have 6 lifts that get our guests around to the areas that they like to ski or snowboard.
And you were saying, because we're close to Canada up here, that we're pretty high, though, even in sort of what I think are Canadian standards and Adirondacks here in New York State.
So the vertical here, our 1,200-foot vertical is the highest vertical between the Adirondack Mountains and the Rocky Mountains. So a lot of folks like to come down from Canada to ski it because we're a steeper mountain than what they're used to.
Yeah, I noticed that steepness. So that's cool. And then how? So once again snowshoeing. We're snowshoeing, and the snowshoeing. Are we on the snowshoeing trail? Is this
part of the trail? We're going
to head cross country also?
Yep, this is used for this part.
This is like perfect for cross country. This is magnificent. So you guys work at this?
We do.
Do you have lights and stuff?
Yes, the mountain
I see some lights over there.
has lighting. One of our 1.2 kilometer of our Nordic trails have lighting and snowmaking. So during the winter, if it happens to be a less than snowy winter, we make snow, and all we need is a certain temperature and a certain humidity in order to make snow.
All right, what else should we know? I saw you had a nice place for people to gather, après-ski, to eat, I guess, a restaurant in there?
We have several lodges. We have the Rocket Lodge. We just put a state-of-the-art restaurant and kitchen there called Carver's Kitchen. And so that's very popular. And then we, up at the summit here where we are, on the weekends, we grill out. So we do hot dogs and hamburgers up top. And then we have a very popular lodge that is a mid-mountain lodge, so you can only get to it by skiing or snowboarding, called Morning Star Cafe. and that's just up here at the bottom of this trail. And they serve only Belgian waffles, and it's very popular. So, in fact, for a lot of our beginner skiers, that's their goal. We taunt them with the idea of getting a Belgian waffle if they can get over to that area.
You could tell me with the snowshoe going. If so can I get there from here?
We couldn't get there walking. We would have to ski or snowboard to it.
Do you have like any flying saucers, or I could sled down at this point? How about actually sleds and slides and things like that?
Don't do tubing here.
Tubing is hot. Is that something that people are doing?
It is. We have a water park that's in Canandaigua, about 15 minutes from here in the summertime, so we have tubes out there. But in the wintertime, we stick to cross-country skiing and to downhill skiing and snowboarding.
Okay. And now the snowboarding phenomenon. Why has that become such a big deal?
You know, it's just a different way to see the mountain. And as I try to explain to parents who bring their children here and the kids want to snowboard, but the parents want them to learn to ski first, it's like if you're right-handed and you decide your child looks like they're going to be left-handed, but you want to make them be right-handed first, then transition left-handed, it doesn't work. So it's just a really fun way to get around the mountain. You have different posture on a snowboard. So it provides more opportunities for people to get out on the snow by having the diversity.
All right, now the snowshoeing, is there anything, should I be like bending my knees? Is there any kind of real...
No, it's walking.
It's just walking.
It's just walking. You want to head back out and go to the loop?
I want to walk to Terrytown, my local
we'll
town.
This way. We'll head back to the other way.
That's only about 10 hours away. All right, so wow, this is pretty cool. I really thank you. This is, I know the whole gang, they're skiing. One's an expert and an intermediate, and then someone from Turkey is taking photos, and the Italians are down the slopes, and the Miami Beacher a la Argentinians are there doing the experting, and wow, everybody's a happy camper today here. So this is all good. So thank you. And what's your job here? What are you doing here?
I'm the director of marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been here. This is my 5th season.
Wow. All right. Fantastic. And what's your website?
Our website is www.bristolmountain.com.
And what's good news for you?
Good news for us is that, you know what, you can't have a bad day when you're out in Mother Nature's country. And the Finger Lakes is a gorgeous area to be. Bristol Mountain is a lot of fun, and, you know, it's a pleasure to come here to work every day.
Right on. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Snow reports and forecasts, ISKI Community Ski Resort Tracker. We're at Bristol Mountain. Look like they're having fun. So the vertical drop is over this way.
That's going to be to that direction.
And you say on the other side of that mountain over there is...
Canandaigua Lake.
And Canandaigua Lake is one of the larger...
It's about 30 miles from top to bottom, and then it's about a mile across.
Freshwater.
Yes.
They say that the Indians say that the good Lord above gave them into the stone, into the rocks, and gave the water to the community.
I think so.
Something like that. You know, it's also interesting to know that by Niagara, we have in Central Park in New York City, we have boulders. So in the old days, them big bad boulders, you know, good boulders, they came down from Niagara Falls, and literally in Central Park, there are boulders from way up here. That seems to be so geologically. Where it's all one. All right, so the name of that mountain again is?
Bristol Mountain.
And the name of the mountain we're standing on?
Oh, we have Bristol Mountain, that's Stid Hill. This is Bristol Mountain. So all part of the Finger Lakes.
And on the other side of that mountain is...
Canandaigua Lake.
All right. Okay, there's the skiers doing their thing.
Snowboarder going
That's
down.
a snowboarder. Boy, look how smooth.
That's a skier right there, yeah.
Look how smooth.
So this is what you should think about when there's all this negativity from all the weather forecasters. There is something good about cold and snow, and this is it. It doesn't get much better than this.
The only one sad aspect of this whole situation for you, the viewer, is the fact, so you can't smell how good it smells up here. So I would like if you would consider thinking about and trying good smells. All right? Go outside, try to find a little fresh air, hopefully you have some, and breathe some of that while you're watching this. Take a deep breath. In for, try 8, slowly, and out in 4. Actually start with 4 in, and 4 out. Or start with whatever you want to start, and I'll keep quiet now. So I just heard some good news, want to share it. So what
yes.
about the children?
We have a year-round daycare center here. So when we're not skiing, we still provide a place for kids to come for a daycare, and they stay here until they're ready to go off to school, and then we have an after-school program. But at our daycare, there are no computers, there's no electronics. The kids get out into nature every day, whether they're learning to ski or whether they're hiking in the summertime or collecting leaves in the fall. It's a wonderful environment for kids to be. And they really have a wonderful staff here.
Tarantan.